Algie? Emptier than Coney Island on Christmas. It's been this way for the last couple of weeks.
Well, you can't blame the boys, Knuckles. After all, it's much too hot to work out in the gin.
Yeah, I know. If I could only think of some way to get them off the streets. They're bound to get into some kind of a jam.
Why don't you talk to the boys themselves?
I have. They've been towing the mark. Now the sponsors got the idea that I'm borrowing worry. But I ain't. Algie, I grew up on these streets. They almost got me the chair. And my gang wasn't any worse than Dandy's.
Where is the gang this morning?
Search me.
Hey, ain't you do that water yet? I want a drink. I'm hot.
I'm roasting. Can't we do something to cool off?
Yeah, we could go swimming off the dock.
The cops would grab us for not having no bathing suits.
How about the reservoir? Nobody would see us up there.
Nobody but a hunk of brass button guards they got.
Yeah, lay you up, will you, screw nose? Making me hotter with that cooling system. How about the ice house?
They run us out of there yesterday, remember?
Hey, why can't we dig up some place with a shower? That'll be something.
I got it. A fire plug.
The cops would grab us, sure.
What do you mean? I seen a flamin' turning one on Delancey Street just the other morning.
That's different. They're legal.
Yeah, we'd only turn it on for a few minutes.
Yeah, just long enough to get cool.
Man, I just loves weed.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, if you guys know one that ain't right out in front of a police station.
There's one right down on Vassy Street. There ain't no police station there neither.
What are you waiting for?
All right, come on, you wait there. Get this thing up. Get it off. Get it off. Hurry up. I told you we had to have flyers. Get it up. Oh, have a quick, Toto. Come on, get it off. Get it off. Hurry up. Get on the water. Open it, Dick.
Look at the beach. The pressure. What's the matter? Nobody buy today? What's the matter? Nobody help until they push him off the car?
Let me get in there. Hey, get Chester in there, too. Come on in, you rat.
Tony's got the best collision ever in the street. Hey, come over here. You see them? Hey, Obeisoniste! Obeisoniste! Oh, you roughneck! I tell you! Well, let's carry that. I'm going to break your neck. I'm going to break your neck. Hey, what's the matter with you, Will?
Yeah, what's the matter with you? We were just taking a
It's just possible, Mr. Wilkes, that Dolan isn't the right man for the job. You know his record.
Knuckles Dolan has the full confidence of the club's sponsors, Captain. He is completely regenerated.
I can understand that very easily. Having his innocence established just before he is to die for committing a murder should reform any man.
I ain't a bit sorry for any of you.
But it's so hot. Yeah, what's a little water?
You know, when the captain phoned me, I had half a mind not to bother trying to square it.
Thanks anyway.
Don't thank me. Thank Algie. He got his father to come down here and go to bat for you.
Did he?
I hope he succeeds with Danny and the others.
I'm sure that he will. And I want to thank you for your cooperation, Captain.
Keeping young boys out of the reform school is a hobby of mine. But if Danny and his friends get in any more trouble, they can't expect any leniency from me.
I'm sure there will be no more trouble, Captain. The boys will be very safe where I am sending them.
I hope so.
Good day, Captain. Good luck.
Uh-oh. Here comes the old man with another one of his lectures, I guess.
Quiet, Muggs. Where are you going to send us, Mr. Wilkies?
My summer home in the Adirondacks.
I'd rather go to jail.
Summer camp. Sissy stuff. I ain't going.
Not for this guy.
Ditto. Me neither.
What's doing up there?
Must you always have excitement?
Let me talk to them, Father. No wonder you don't want to go, fellas. It takes nerve to rough it in the country.
Who says we ain't got no nerve?
I've listened to that guy.
I read about them farms. There ain't no future in that.
You're crazy. There's lots of excitement. Exploring caves, tracking down wild animals, camping out at night, plenty to eat, and no cops.
Oh, murder! Think of the things we could swipe.
There's steak tops. I heard about
And
it.
the fishing is great. Imagine early in the morning, a rod and a reel and a game fish.
You hear that, guys? He said fish.
Fishing.
And, man, I just loves catfish.
I promise you won't be bored.
Well, it might be okay.
It's up to you, boys. It's either the mountains or...
Okay, we'll go. Don't jump in confusions.
I ain't gonna stay here alone.
Good. You will start this afternoon. I have a station wagon which will be just right for the trip. You drive, of course?
Oh, yeah, but I don't know how good I'll be where there ain't no traffic. You're not backing out on us, are you, Knuckles?
Of course not. I ain't got no lace on my undershirt.
Good, then it's all settled. It's Camp Wilkies or bust.
Can I see the
We're going to country. Let's go.
Boy, off the open road for us. When do we start?
To the
All right, Algie, hop in.
Okay, Knuckles.
Don't kill us up there.
Yes? Yes? Thank you. There's no boat sailing for 2 days, Judge.
2 days. 2 days, that's too late, Giles.
That's right, Judge. 2 whole days. In that time, most anything can happen. Probably will.
That seems to amuse you.
Hardly. It's simply that I know that Murray gang. Unless I'm very much mistaken, they'll see to it that you never have a chance to testify against them. They've too much at stake.
Yes, I know. They're threatening Louise, too. When they got close enough to the apartment to leave this in the mailbox. If you and that ward of yours want to stay healthy, keep away from that trial. That means Louise, of course.
That shouldn't worry you too much.
No. They could use her to keep me from testifying. And in the face of such publicity, what could I do but stay off the witness stand?
Whatever happens, you can't win. If you evade the gang, the courts will convict you on that bribery indictment.
I'd rather take my chances at the trial. Meantime, I'd better get out of town.
Where?
Briarcliff Manor.
That mountain house of yours?
It ought to be safe.
How'll you get out of here?
We'll wait until tonight. You bring the car around to the back alley. We'll come through the basement.
You're going to take Louise along?
Of course. Tell her to pack. And hurry.
You sent for me, Miss Louise?
Yes, Simp, I want you to take those bags downstairs.
Going someplace? On a trip, maybe, with the judge?
Yes, Simp, you're going too. In fact, we're all going.
Where?
Well, I don't know just where. It's Uncle Mal's orders.
Oh, gee, I wish he'd have told me. I can't go to a place where they're calling me mother. I didn't have no idea.
Why out those bags on the way downstairs?
Simp wants to call his mother.
He'll call nobody. Those phone wires may be tapped.
Tapped?
Yes, with my trial coming off next week, I can't trust anybody. Take them to the basement door, Simp.
The basement? But why all the secrecy, Uncle Mal?
Reporters, photographers. I don't want them trailing me every second.
Where are we going?
Briarcliff.
That place? With that spooky old Agnes? Oh, she scares me, Uncle Matt.
Nonsense. She's a little peculiar, living there alone since my wife died.
I don't like her.
She was devoted to Lenora. That's why I pensioned her and let her stay on at the manor.
I suppose it's better than staying here alone. But it's so gloomy, it reminds me of a morgue.
Is it haunted, Miss Louise?
I don't think so, but it needs a good ghost to give it a little life.
Oh, come, Louise. The car's waiting. Come on, Sim. Get going. We'll make Briarcliff by midnight. I don't think anyone's seen us.
How do you like that? Another flat tire. Why the freights on 11th Avenue could beat this lump? If you like our service, tell others. If you don't like it, tell us. Well, I'm telling you.
Now look here, fella.
I'm looking. All I can see is a flat tire.
Camp Wilkie's a bust. Well, we're a bust, aren't we?
You drive, of course. That's what he asked Knuckles. You forgot to ask us if we could push. Push? Oh, no, that's not for me. I'm leaving a call. Wake me when it's fixed. Hey, boy, bring me up some ice water, will you?
Yes, sir. Say, I was a guest here, too.
All right, boys, load up. How much farther, Elsie? Oh, about 30 miles or so.
Cut back out of here!
All right, now, fellas, come on, let's have a little over here.
Why the dirt?
I'd like to...
Let me out of here.
I got annoyed.
Sunday driver. Give me a mouthpiece. Help. I was twice. Come on, screw up. Get up here. What's the matter? Hey, Dan, he's black and blue.
Anything wrong, Knuckles?
Yeah, I think the rear end's damaged.
I think that's my trouble, too.
What is it, Giles? What's the matter?
I don't know.
Are you sure you have enough gas?
I filled up in town.
Feed line's been leaking. I noticed that last week.
I had that repaired. We might have sprung it again. The indicator reads empty.
Empty. And that's what comes of dealing with a pack of imbeciles. Where are you going?
We passed a gas station back away. I'll bring a mechanic.
All right, Giles. But hurry.
I'll be right back.
What is it? What happened? The motor exploded. A spark must have lit the gas from the leak.
It's a bomb, a time bomb.
Bomb? But why?
We've got to get off this road. Giles, do something. You must do something.
Well, I'll try to flag this car.
In trouble?
Yes, had a blowout. Skidded into the bank. Could you give us a lift?
No.
Keep quiet, fellas. Sure, we'll be glad to have you. Tell them to get in.
Thank you. Simp, get the baggage. All right, Louise.
You going far?
To Briarcliff Manor. About 5 miles up the road.
Well, we're practically there now.
Step to the back, folks. Plenty of room back here. Don't crowd the front of the car. Have your exact fares ready. Women and children first.
I'm Judge Malcolm Parker.
Judge.
5 million guys thumbing their way along the road. And we gotta pick up a judge. That's fate.
Hey, go over.
Ghost! That graveyard has stood there for centuries. All my wife's ancestors are buried there. So is she. It's exclusively for the family.
Mister, you has my word. I won't intrude on your family.
Don't see any lights. Where's Agnes, I wonder?
Well, that's that. Rear end shot.
What a heap.
Yeah, I guess our bus is about done for. I don't suppose you can put us up for the night.
Of course not. We haven't the room.
Boys, I guess we're going to have to walk. We'll send back for the baggage.
Nice people.
Hey, lady, don't do that.
What are you trying to do? Scare the dead lady?
The graveyard.
Didn't you ever see a tombstone before?
It was a man.
It was a shadow. Wasn't it, Giles?
Right.
Wait a minute, boys. Oh, Sim, bring their baggage upstairs with ours.
Okay, but...
I'll be delighted to have you stay with us. Come on, boys.
Whoa.
Nice job, huh? Help! Ghost!
Calm yourself. You don't believe in ghosts, do you?
No, sir. I don't believe in them. I'm scared of them.
What ails you?
I saw a face. A ghost's face.
Oh, nonsense. It's probably Agnes, my housekeeper. She's a little peculiar. Come along. Confound it, where is she?
I telephoned her to expect us.
Well, this place makes me awful nervous.
And my stomach is doing the jumping jive.
Rubbish. There's nothing to fear.
Nothing to fear. And what's all the screaming about?
Where is she?
What do you think I am? I'm making a red cap out of me. All them kids and I gotta bring the baggage. Another way to bring up... Trash I never... What a guy. What's he think I am anyhow? An elephant?
Perhaps one of you boys will go around the back, climb in the window, and unlatch this door.
That's a good idea. Yeah. You go.
Why don't you go?
He's going.
You go. I'm willing, but I can't convince my feet.
What's that? It's a light.
Someone to know. What happened?
Good evening.
Why is the house dark?
Won't you come in?
That's better. You should have had this fire going.
Lenora never likes heat.
Lenora's dead.
What makes this place so cold?
It's age.
There is never any warmth where the dead do not rest.
Tommy rot. Oh, good evening, cook.
Good evening, sir.
We have guests, unexpected guests. Serve dinner for them. We'll eat a little later.
Yes, sir.
Where are you going?
Well, I must get a little rest and wash up for dinner.
Hey, boss, this stuff's heavy. Where'll I put it?
Take it up to my suite. You show the boys to my quarters, Agnes. Perhaps you'd like to get ready for dinner. It'll be served shortly.
Come on, boys.
do you want to clutter up the house with that mob?
That time bomb has me worried. Maybe Maury's gang has followed me here. Those boys may prevent a murder.
Yes, maybe.
Come along, boys.
Feel just like Snow White. If she gives you an apple, don't eat it.
Man, I sure do miss that old plantation.
You cannot escape.
Oh, there you are. I wondered where... What's the matter? Have you seen a ghost?
I told you they'd trail me. I'm not safe.
I haven't seen any strangers.
I did. At that window only 5 minutes ago.
It's your imagination. How could they find out you were up here?
I don't know. They must have a map of the house. I found this note stuck in the wall right there. I'll sleep in Louise's room tonight.
Aren't they after her, too?
I'll put Louise in an adjoining room so she can hear if anything happens to me. And I can hear if anything happens to her.
You'd like for something to happen to Louise, wouldn't you? With Louise out of the way, your slow embezzling of her fortune would never be found out.
And with me out of the way, you could get hold of her and her money. Perhaps you know something about these death threats.
Don't be ridiculous. Cigarette?
No. Let's go into dinner.
Ooh, boy, I don't like that woman, and I don't like that graveyard. But watermelon is watermelon anytime. Man, oh man.
Pardon me, Jackson. Which one of these tools do you use?
Do what you always do. Use your mitts.
Use your mitts.
Where's Knuckles? Isn't he going to eat?
He's taking a bath.
That kid's going to get sick from washing himself so much.
Oh, what have we got here? Cigars. Cigars? Come here.
Cigars ain't for kids.
What are you going to mess with? Give me a drink, will you?
Gentlemen of the board, that last quotation was the bunk, see? What we need is more cooperation.
I protest. Sit down.
Now, we gotta stop Amalgamated from muscling in on small car rackets. See, that's the first thing we gotta do.
I protest. Sit down. Who is that guy?
That's the president.
Throw him out. Throw him out.
The best part of the cigar is the last inch.
What's up, Danny?
He got sick.
Just sissies.
They shouldn't eat so much.
It was the cigars, not the food.
Yeah, well, that serves them right.
You need any help, Danny?
No, I'll be all right. I only took a couple of puffs.
Cigars ain't for kids.
Come on.
Agnes, we're ready for dinner. Say, haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Yes, sir. I was on trial in your court. I'm Knuckles Dolan.
Knuckles Dolan.
That's right. You sentenced me to death for murder. I was innocent, afterwards exonerated. Remember? I'm up here with the boys, their guardian.
He's up here to murder me. I remember now. He's a member of the Maury gang. Those boys are just a cover-up.
I'm not a member of any gang.
You're upset. It's just a coincidence.
He trailed me up here. He's been watching me, spying.
This place would drive anybody drip dizzy, and you're no exception.
I saw you at the living room window not 20 minutes ago.
I was upstairs.
Dinner is ready.
Dinner? Who could eat dinner with a murderer in the house?
You should talk. You've been indicted for bribery, and you're going to jail yourself.
You. I'll have you watched every moment. You'll not get away with it. Come along, Giles. I'm going to bed. You can eat later.
Oh, gee, I was so hungry.
Well, why don't you eat?
He ain't paying me for that.
What a wacky joint. Hey, Knuckles, let's get out of here. We can walk.
That's my idea, too, Danny.
Don't go, please.
Well, I ain't welcome.
Won't you stay and help me, please, Mr. Dolan?
Why do you need help?
Oh, I'm in danger. Judge Parker has been threatened. I've been threatened, too. The judge has been embezzling my money. He wouldn't care if something did happen to me. Don't leave this evening. I'm so afraid. I'll go with you in the morning, if I may.
Okay, it's a deal.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, kid.
Hi.
Hey, what's the matter?
Oh, it's this whole setup. And you.
Oh, you mean because Judge Parker thinks I'm up here to murder him?
He don't believe you about being after us and all that stuff. If the Maury gang come up here and get him, they'll drag you in on it. We just gotta get out of here, Knuckles.
We will in the morning.
It's that girl.
Miss Mason needs somebody to protect her.
I don't mean any harm, Knuckles. It's just that I couldn't go it if you was to get in another jam.
Yeah, I know. But there ain't any danger then.
I'd like to believe that. There seems to be danger all around here. Death threats and people peeping in windows and that old Agnes.
Yeah. But don't worry about me, Danny.
But suppose they do bump off the judge? Well, they'll try to pin it on you. And, gee, that'd be awful. They might make it stick next time.
Look, Danny, I ain't never gonna do nothing that'll hurt you. But I ain't leaving here till daylight. Look, you wouldn't want me to run out like a coward with Miss Mason on the spot, would you?
No, I guess I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But watch your step, and don't even trust her.
Okay, kid. Say, don't you think you kids ought to be getting to bed? Daylight's coming pretty fast.
Can't come too fast to suit me. Where you going?
Go around. Come on.
Don't go, pretty lady. Don't go yet.
What do you want?
You have such nice, soft, white skin. Nora had white skin like that until it became yellowed and shriveled. What a pity, pretty lady, if your skin should lose its whiteness.
What do you mean?
Strange things happen when the moon is full, and Lenora cannot rest.
Stop this nonsense.
Stay here. Lenora would like that.
Yes, what do you want?
Gee, I wonder why they keep this place so dark.
You're not afraid, are you?
Oh, me?
Have you seen Miss Mason? Judge Parker's trying to sleep. Miss Mason is retired, which shows her excellent judgment.
Maybe he's right. But Louise said she'd meet me in the library. Come on.
I tell you, the judge looks scared. And that man Giles is trying to calm him down. As close to him as I am to you.
I never had a front seat in a killing.
If that old station wagon had to break down, why couldn't it pick out a better place?
Yeah, maybe in one of those camps, maybe. We could have been splashing around the canoe instead of jitterbugging with our teeth.
Is it my fault? Next time I'll tell my father to leave you in jail.
You'll tell him. We'll tell him. Hey, that old dame says a couple of us could sleep next door. Come on, Pee-wee.
Wait a minute. Knuckles said for us to go to bed. We're leaving early in the morning.
Does he think there's going to be any trouble tonight?
Nah.
There's something funny about this old morgue. So big and empty, and yet it seems to be full of noises.
There's lots of houses like that. Nothing to be afraid of.
Nothing to be afraid of. Why, even my goose pimples got goose pimples. What was that?
It's only the organ in the living room.
You ain't kidding.
No, my grandmother used to have one.
But everybody's in bed.
Somebody ain't.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's go.
What's the matter, Spooner? Ain't you coming?
Coming? You feel that hot air on your neck? Brother, that's my breath, brother.
Quiet. What's the matter?
What you see it down here? It's a flashlight.
I don't see nothing.
It's them ghosts again.
Probably that old Agnes.
If I gotta choose between Agnes and those ghosts, I'm gonna take jail.
Cut that comedy, will you? Nothing to be afraid of. Come on. Let's see what it is. Will you screw? Hey, you're off. Right. You first, Daddy. Oh, yes, monks. Still in there. Let's go back. Let's rush them. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's go first.
Okay, come on. Nobody here.
It's them ghosts again.
Hey, ghosts don't play organs.
Maybe they learn how.
Lenora wouldn't like that. That's Lenora's organ. She plays it every night.
Lenora? Oh, that's Mrs. Parker, isn't it?
Lenora cannot rest. Her grave is ever empty at nights.
Hey, you can't scare us with that dribble.
It's not a question of fear, but of your safety.
Go fly a kite.
Lenora will never rest until she gets revenge on him. Malcolm Parker wronged her cruelly, but he'll pay. Remember, I warned you. Leave this house tonight.
She's crazy.
She makes sense to me. Ghosts playing organs. Phooey. She was pushing those keys herself.
Come on, fellas. Let's go to bed.
You know, that's the best idea you've had all night. Yeah.
Yes!